that don't know Mike, he's actually older than Frank. And there was actually going to be a 50th birthday roast for him, but it got canceled when the town had to fend off an Indian attack. Jesus Christ, Mike, look at you. You're wearing all black once again. You're like Johnny No Cash.
It's not my birthday.
I know. We missed it, you know. And look at that face. You look like Bernie Madoff got raped by Louis Black. Jesus Christ, look at this group. A bunch of old, worn down collections of has-beens and never worse. Too bad none of you guys speak Spanish. You could all play for the Mets. And I can't believe that in this whole group, there isn't one woman. Well, except for you, Dave Clark. Dave, you've been struggling to get into this business. You work in a sex shop and everyone thinks you're gay. If you wrote a book, it would be called Mein Cock. Seriously, Dave, at what point did you look in the mirror and say, a little less Harry Potter and a lot more Bernie Getz? Christ, Dave. Seriously. Dave, you look like you've been a victim of so many crimes you have your own Lifetime movie. Dave, every time I've done a show with you, you laugh at inappropriate times when no one else is laughing. You're like Mel Gibson watching Schindler's List. Too soon? Oh my God, look at this group again. A bunch of white guys, a woman, a victim. This looks like the cast of every opening scene of Law and Order. Fuck. Chris Griggs is here, ladies and gentlemen. Chris? Woo! Chris, thanks for being here tonight. It's really nice of you to take the night off from being Moby. Chris is a lot like me in that he's also a skinny, bald white guy, but Chris is actually from the South. And down in the South, that's actually how all the pimps look like. Yeah. So congratulations on your new reality show, Project Runaway. And I know you guys were saying you don't really know me, but I don't really know you guys either. And chances are if you're on this roast, then no one does either. Thanks. Where the fuck is Al Morton? What the fuck? Where is he?
He's supposed to be here. I don't know where he is.
Where is Suge White?
Dave said he's caught in traffic.
Jesus Christ. There goes half the shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? And there goes my career. Way to go. You know? So Frank, you know, this is your day, and happy 50th birthday. You know, you're the man of the hour, and we're all here to honor you. And Frank, I actually took a comedy class with Frank, for those of you who don't know. A friend of mine actually recommended that I take a class with you, and it was really hard to argue with her success when she was promoted to being in charge of the diesel pump. Frank, I've gotten to know you, and I found that you're a strong force and you run a really tight ship, but you've never quite made it to where you wanted to go. You're kind of like the Titanic of comedy. But man, Frank, do you amaze me. You just keep hanging on. You're kind of like the Italian Zsa Zsa Gabor. What? She didn't die yet. Frank's had all kinds of drinking and substance problems throughout his life, and it's amazing that you still do comedy. Your career's been stopped more times than a Mexican in Arizona. What? To Mexicans? Frank's also pissed off so many people, he's now the R. Kelly of comedy. And Jesus Christ, you're 50 years old now? Good God. Frank's gonna be on Jersey Shore this season doing the arthritis fist pump. Frank is so old, he remembers when Harlem was black. Frank is so old that the #1 song in America the day he was born was Yankee Doodle. No, he is. Frank, you're so non-tech savvy. It's hilarious watching you try to work your laptop. It's sad because you actually think Lady Gaga is a search engine. Frank, I'm sorry Al couldn't make it because the only reason you're here is because Al actually promised you a free Polaroid tonight. For those of you that don't know, Frank is actually a really big snob about the English grammar. But the only thing is he never updates his Facebook status. Yeah, he doesn't do it because he can't update it in cursive. Well, you really can't see it. I know everybody's been getting on Frank's hair tonight, but if you really take a good look at Frank right there, you realize he does look like the Unabomber fucked Amadeus. Frank always tells the same joke when he does comedy about how he lives under every ethnic and minority group above him in the apartment in Queens. Frank, you've lived with more black people than a FEMA trailer. What? Frank, it's sad to say, but I've seen you bomb so many times, it's terrible. You bombed so much, Libya just arranged for your release. But all jokes aside, well, because you don't have any, it's been a real pleasure getting to know you these past couple of years. You've been a great inspiration and a great friend. You've actually touched more people than Al Gore. And I've really been excited to get to know you these last 2 years. You've opened more doors for me than an ATM crackhead. So thanks, Frank. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I've had a great time today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.